Welcome back to Sutton Bourbon and Smoke. I'm Forrest. This is Taylor. That's Kevin. And we're doing something today. We're going to review a rare bottle and compare it to a mid-level bottle and tell you what we think. So,
Sure.
we've had these bottles for a little while. Being transparent, we've blinded these off camera. So today we're not going to be blinding them. We're just going to pour them up and kind of let you know what we think. But we're starting with a Buffalo Trace here.
A little Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace, I've never heard of that. Have people in the bourbon community know about this one? This is one of those that is a highly sought after bottle, especially in the mid-range tier that people just can't seem to get enough of. It's allocated in a lot of states for
Allocated
any
here in
number
North
of
Carolina.
reasons. It's allocated here in North Carolina. We are usually out the door with that one at about $32-ish.
$32 with tax, easy.
But we
So
do
it's
get all our stuff.
$27 on the shelf.
Yeah, we do get all our stuff at MSRP around here, so it's just hard to get it.
No, and most people say this Eagle Rare is a cut above the Buffalo Trace. Having some time to talk with you guys. We saw quite a few of you at the parade. Eagle Rare was one of your favorite products, right?
Yeah.
So, still made by Buffalo Trace. I think the price difference is, this is $40.
MSRP wise, $40.
Yeah, $40 MSRP. So about a $13 difference there between MSRP. But, hopefully we'll tell you today if they're really that different.
Sure, and we've been to a lot of lotteries and like special store events recently, and people are still seeking out that Eagle Rare over some stuff that we might more commonly go for. So it's interesting, but
man, so Buffalo Trace here on the nose.
And I'm kind of going back and forth here, but I think
Man,
you do the same.
I always get that bright red fruit.
I was just about to say I'm getting much fruitier notes on that Buffalo Trace than I'm getting on the Eagle Rare itself.
Yeah. Get bright red fruit, a little caramel, right?
Yeah.
On the nose there.
And you get some vanilla on the palate to go along with some of those bright red fruits.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Man, it's a little sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little sweet. So I wouldn't quite call it vanilla syrup or anything like that, but
no. Vanilla bean almost.
For it being like what, a 93 proof? Yeah. It's got a good mouthfeel. Actually, pretty decent finish.
Sure. Yeah, definitely get that.
Yeah.
That oily vanilla.
Yeah. Yeah. Get that. Get the rye spice on the end.
Yeah. The red fruit I'm getting is like raspberries, and I don't know if it's because I had raspberries for lunch, but that's what I'm getting out of this. Could almost see strawberry.
I can see a raspberry there. Man, it goes back and forth for me. Like
I gotta look for it, but
on this, some days it'll be red fruit, just depending on how my palate changes. Some days I'll get a little bit more citrus.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of weird. But today I'm getting that red fruit though, like you're talking.
Yeah.
But no, this is just good bourbon. For $27, it's I can think of all the things that are priced over this that aren't this good.
Yeah, aren't as good. And I think that's really what it is. If you are, you get a lot of the classic bourbon flavors, but you do get a little bit of that fruitiness. There's just enough there to make it different than like, I don't know, like an Elijah Craig small batch, which is just going to be like,
right.
If you ran down the list of like what's bourbon supposed to taste like, vanilla, brown sugar, caramel, butterscotch, that stuff. Still really good. This just offers a little bit of something else with it.
Yeah, 100%. Just touch of banana in there, just a very touch.
Okay.
Ooh,
banana flavor right at the end.
Let me see.
No, for me, Buffalo Trace it's the benchmark, if you will, for bourbon.
How dare you?
It does consistently well in some of these competitions, some of these blinds, right? Like, I don't know if it was the North Kentucky competition that I was viewing the results for, but this one got a 97 out of 100.
Yeah.
Beat the crap out of stuff that was priced higher.
Yeah.
So.
And I think what's great about this one is we've kind of titled some of these other bourbons this before, but it's a real workhorse bourbon. It goes great.
Oh, yeah,
it goes
yeah.
great in a cocktail. It goes great neat. You put it on the rocks. Do whatever you want
Right.
with it. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, that banana it's not the banana the fruit. It's banana candy. Like they used to make
Okay.
that little hard candy. Not a Mary Jane. Golly, it used to come on a BB bat. I think maybe is what it was. Came on a little stick. That's probably for you guys.
This is where he ages himself.
But yeah, you just get a little hint of that flavor kind of
Sure.
coming in with that vanilla flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I will say, switching over to this Eagle Rare, for me, it is much better on the nose.
Yeah.
You know, not even getting into the palate yet. I mean, it's just
A little sweeter.
definitely
brown
sweeter.
sugar.
Yeah. And that red fruit still comes through. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but these are the same mash bill.
Yeah. Correct. We just got a 10-year age statement on the Eagle Rare. I think. Did they come in? Are they the same proof? 45.
I think they do.
45. So, yeah, 90 proof. But yeah, obviously, I think on the nose immediately, you get those extra years of aging. I think show up right there. You get a little more oakiness, just a little bit bolder scent to it.
Right.
So,
No, and having said that, both of these are small batch products as well. You know, people say, like, we haven't done the tour yet, right? We're doing it in a couple months here. People say that Eagle Rare is still a single barrel, even though they dropped the single barrel statement off the label here.
yeah.
But the reason they don't call it a single barrel is because they don't purge the lines in between bottling. So they just pour barrel after barrel. Right?
Okay.
But most of the time, when you actually look and see in some of these competitions how it's entered as a small batch. So, like I say, we're going to find out for you, and we'll tell you.
Sure.
You know, when we go do this tour here in September. But
Get down to the bottom of this.
this is they're both small batch products.
And I think at least for us here in NC, they kind of show up about the same. Like when somebody gets a truck of, an allocated truck,
Right.
You're probably going to see both of these on there. I think out in other places where it's not government regulated or anything like that, that Eagle Rare is going to be a little bit harder to find. I think secondary pricing and more private store pricing, it's going to be
I've seen it.
a big leap above Buffalo Trace.
I've seen it $100 or more.
Yeah.
Secondary market. It's
Yeah.
wild.
And that's kind of why we're comparing the two, because they do get very different wraps. So
It's really good on the front there when it comes on. It's a little burst of flavor right when you first hit it. Yeah.
I would agree with that.
I think again some of that oakiness comes through on the palate, which is going to come from that extra aging.
Man, I like it.
Sure.
I like it.
Yeah.
Man, honestly, it's tough to say. I will say Eagle Rare is better on the nose.
Yeah.
You know, like 100% is better on the nose. I don't know if I can say that it's better on the palate than the Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, like, what comes with that oak on the finish is just a little bit of harshness.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
that you don't get on the Trace, and maybe that has to do with age, right? But I mean, the same bash bill.
But that oakiness at the end does give you a little longer finish, right?
It does.
Kind of keeps
Sure.
going.
The finish is better.
Yeah.
The finish is better.
Yeah.
So you got to pick one for the rest of your life, and you can't have the other one.
Oh gosh.
I know.
How would you do such a thing to
I
me?
know. Would you rather?
Would I rather? Man, that's really it's super tough to say. I think, and that's a testament to the quality there at Buffalo Trace. I might have to lean Buffalo Trace on this one, and for a couple of reasons. Obviously a little bit better on the budget, a little bit more versatile. It's tough to say that I'm gonna use that Eagle Rare in like a cocktail.
Oh no,
I would never want to.
You wouldn't.
And I don't know. It is. It's just a beast of a little bourbon right there. In that mid-range, kind of mid-tier class. I don't know. I'm going Buffalo Trace.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm gonna go with Eagle Rare.
Okay.
And I may be a little tainted, right? There was a time, especially when I first got into bourbon, I went to Eagle Rare, and that was what I was looking for every time. I was going to Eagle Rare. but I do. To me, it's something about the finish. I do like the lingering finish on any of my drinks. I look at that part, and I just like how that that kind of oakiness. It even has almost like when you have a pecan. If you've ever cracked your own pecan, and you get that little bit of that bitter in the middle of the pecan, you don't really like it if you get the whole thing, but just that little bit of the taste, that flavor's in there. Yeah. That's kind of what I think with this flavor. It's just got a little bit of that bitter
to that
finish, but but we're talking hairline finish here, right?
Yeah. No, I would agree. Man, I'm picking the Eagle Rare too.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Eagle Rare too. Just everything that comes with that 10-year age statement. I mean, personally, the way that I like to drink bourbon, I'm going to nose a lot. I'm probably going to nose more than I'm going to sip, being honest with you. And I get a much more pleasant experience, nosing and then sipping this Eagle Rare.
Sure.
But like Kevin said, it is a hairline finish between the two. You couldn't go wrong. And if you can find either one of these at MSRP, neither one are a bad buy, right?
Grab them both.
Grab
them
a little bit.
Have some fun.
All right. So you're going. Now you're at a place where it's not regulated. What do you go? How much do you pay for Eagle Rare? And then what did you pay for Buffalo Trace?
Oh man.
What would your top
Yeah. So I probably wouldn't pay more than $50 for the Eagle Rare, and man, I probably wouldn't pay much more than MSRP for the Buffalo Trace there.
I'd go to 40 on Buffalo Trace. I wouldn't want to go much more than 50 on Eagle Rare, just because it's other bottles out there. But but of course, if we're somewhere where it's not regulated, those are other bottles that we might prefer could be astronomical. Who knows?
Man, and we're talking just these bottles, right? But other offerings from Buffalo Trace, the E.H. Taylor Small Batch, right?
Hey.
That's that's $40 as well. You know what I mean?
I think I go there over either of these two.
Oh, for sure.
And when you start talking about Blanton's and getting into the Weller lineup, and even the things below that, the benchmark lineups. I don't think any of those stack up to this, but certainly some of that stuff above would be things to think about.
Well, hey, you tell us what you think down in the comments below. We love hearing what you guys have to say, and any opinions that you have. So let us know if we're way off base or both these are trash and you should be drinking something else.
Yeah.
So, but as always, the best way to support the channel is to like and subscribe. We're going to be doing more things like this. We're going to be doing more polls, wanting to hear from you on what you are wanting to see. So stay tuned for that. We're excited about it.
Yeah. Let us know if you got any head-to-heads you want to see, and we'll duke it out.
Indeed.
Sure.
Cheers.
Cheers.